All right, what's this Wednesday? And, well, there is the image. Of course, if you've never played, we're zoomed in on something close. The reveal coming up in seconds. The clue again, boy, it's hard to just narrow it down to just one.
Lori and I are working in tandem here.
In tandem.
I've heard some of the thinking.
We seem to think like record, like a vinyl record
Yes.
in a sleeve. Marv,
Yes.
what do you,
Marv, you got an idea? What do you think?
Why would you think records?
because you are, I mean, you used to play records on the radio.
You were a DJ.
Yeah.
You are
Okay, so
a music
I can see that.
aficionado.
We thought about
so.
files.
Plus, yeah, you're very like particular. So I
Producer
could
Megan,
see
what
you
is-
A
like
record
color
shop, yes.
coding your
Yeah.
records. I could totally see you
Albums,
doing
yes.
Producer Megan, what are you thinking?
No clue
clue.
coming from the newsroom, they say.
Oh, that's because they don't know what
All right,
records
so
it
here,
are.
I'll give this, my second clue is Lori is going to kick herself because she is really good at picking these out.
Hold it.
Drapes.
What? Drapes.
No, paint chips. Paint chip. Now, see, you should have given us the second clue.
No.
Oh,
They've been too easy recently. They've been too easy. I had to have a
that
victory
was a
there.
good one.
Thank
That was
you.
a
We
good
needed
one.
the second clue. Why
We
didn't
did
you
need
give
the
it to
second
us?
clue. That's
But
true.
you said drapes.
Well, I did say
did
drapes,
say
but,
drapes.
but that was right off the top.
Oh, man.
That was funny.
Because
Well, thank you.
she's very good at picking out drapes,
Yeah,
too.
thank
she
you.
is, yeah.
Paint.
The house is immaculate. Very pretty.
Paint.
A lot of low 70s on the board. I like that one. That was good. That made me feel good. Oh, yes, victory for me. Okay, there is the radar shot. It's mainly empty, satellite showing some clouds as we roll on off toward the west here, seeing what we were giving to the Alabama state line instead of usually receiving from it. Most of the time the rain comes this way, but that rain came out of Taylor County and has continued to march toward the west as we roll back. A few sprinkles that were in our southern county, so unless something else pops up, that is probably it for tonight. So let's go on through Future View and take a look at tomorrow and beyond. This takes us into the tomorrow. Hold on for the beyond. I mean, maybe a sprinkle in a couple of spots. Not looking for a whole lot of coverage out there. So you would be in a small handful of people that would probably see rain tomorrow. And then anything that does develop, well, you know, eventually lose it once you lose the heat of the day. This takes us into Friday, mainly dry, but maybe one or two little spritzes out there if we can get them going, and then maybe dwindling down as we go into Friday night. So again, you could totally go through these days that I'm showing you here without ever seeing rain at all. There's Saturday afternoon. So far, the setup looks to be mainly to the south here, but maybe a pop-up shower or so. That takes us as far as Saturday afternoon, so we'll have to jump over to the long-range models to pick it up from there. And it shows, again, barely even a blip here as we go into Saturday afternoon. Let's go forward. This will take us into Sunday afternoon, so if you have outdoor plans this weekend, for the most part, there it go. But you may have to duck and dodge one or two showers, maybe a thunderstorm. But again, doubtful that most will see anything. Let's see, this takes us into Monday, same kind of thing as we get into Tuesday. So about a 20% shot, which is usually what we kind of lay down across the board, unless there's something more organized once we get into this time of year. So low 60s in the morning, and then tomorrow afternoon, we'll pull it on back up into maybe the mid 80s, maybe some upper 80s out there. And then as we head into Friday morning, somewhere in the low 60s, and then Friday afternoon, maybe the mid to upper 80s again. But again, these numbers are going to start to trend up. It should happen as we go on into the weekend. This takes us only into early afternoon Saturday where we're showing mid 80s, but some of the models are really starting to pull the numbers up. So I went with some of that, low 90s this weekend and maybe some mid 90s a week from now. Some of them are calling for triple digits. Let's cross our fingers that that is not going to happen.